Hey guys, it's Jan here and it's time for another update. This is update number 7. The AutoTrader has been running for 7 weeks, and as you can see in week number 7 we had a really strong bounce back to the upside. And if you look at this switch version, you'll see that as soon as we got 3 ITMs here, because on this particular day when the trend changed we had 5 ITMs and 1 OTM. Okay, so obviously after the third ITM in a row, based on the normal settings, which would have given you 3 OTMs on the switched setting, then you just switch back and then you're back in sync with the original trend. Okay, so you can see that's the result. So with the switch feature, we've actually made a new high. You can see $283.10. That's the profit after 7 weeks on a $10 stake size without increasing the stake size or anything like that. And on the original settings, this is really the one we're interested in, okay? Because we want to see this blue line making new highs all the time over the long term, because that will demonstrate that the strategy actually works just by itself, okay? And the switch feature is not something that makes something that doesn't work to work. The switch feature is there to optimize your results. It's there to minimize your drawdowns and to stay and to help you to stay ahead of the curve. So you should, over the long term, always be ahead of the original trend. That's what happened. We've had a very strong start to the week. Monday was 4 ITMs, 0 OTMs. Yesterday, Tuesday, was another strong day with 3 ITMs and 1 OTM. So really positive start to the week. And by the way, guys, I just wanted to tell you that you see this drawdown here, you see this change in direction. People always ask me about trading psychology. What is it? And how can you? There's it right here. Okay, because as soon as you go into a drawdown, as soon as the trend changes and you start to lose money on your strategy, that is when you start to doubt. That's when you start to try different things. You move away from. And even when we were in this drawdown, I did look at other. I did look at different settings on Sniper. I looked at other possible ways to minimize the drawdown. But that's different. It's not moving away from the strategy. That's just looking at ways to minimize the risk or the downside, the drawdown. Okay, ultimately the drawdown. You want to minimize the drawdown as much as you can. But this is when people jump from one course to another. This is when people jump from one strategy to another as soon as they get a correction. Okay, because 2 weeks is a long time to make no money, or actually to lose money for 2 weeks is not fun at all. And it's more than enough to give you doubt in the system, and that is exactly, again, when people move to other things, right? So that is the whole psychology of trading. You have to stick to your strategy, but you'll only stick to your strategy if you have confidence and a very firm belief that it does work. Okay, and the only way you'll know that is if you have stuck with something for a long time and you've been through drawdowns and you just keep making new highs. Okay, it's all about the long-term upward trend. Okay, so that's it for this week. Make sure you stay tuned for my next update next week this time.